Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Ron says that we should believe in destiny. So if destiny exists and God knows that, and before even we were born, God knows that we're going to be a loving compassion for humanity.
Yes.
So why do we have? Why do we live through this? Why doesn't God give us hell there?
Are you talking about predestination? Are you talking about predestination or destiny? See, there's a difference, because the Quran doesn't say that God predestines anything. You know, the Quran says that God's knowledge is all-encompassing. But since God, according to the Quran, transcends his creation, it'd be foolish to talk about him predestining. Are you following me? See, when I use the word predestined, I'm talking about destining the future. I'm talking about I'm in the future, I'm in the present, looking forward to the future, and I am determining the future. Are you following me? So when you use the word predestined, you know, the minute you apply the word predestined to God, you are putting God in this space-time environment, or at least time environment, one of our dimensions. Are you following me? But the Quran says that God transcends time and transcends space. He would never start a question that way, because he knows I would not accept the idea that God could be confined to a particular place. In the same way, no one should say, if God is now in the present, looking forward to the future and determining things in advance, you immediately started with a premise that the Quran does not accept. Are you with me? So the wrong word is predestined. You know, the Quran says that nothing happens unless God allows it to happen, unless God permits it to happen. But the same Quran shows that he permits us to make choices. He permits us, empowers us to make choices and to carry them out to their expected conclusions. God has complete control over the whole human experience. He could stop it in an instant, but he doesn't. It even says in one verse in the Quran, if I wanted you to go out to that field and die in that field, I could have made you do that. And you would have gone right to the place I wanted you to die, and you would have fallen dead right there. But he doesn't. This people he addresses in that verse, he gave them a choice, and they chose to do otherwise. So the point I'm trying to make is when a Muslim says that God measures, that's the word in the Quran, qadra, measures all things. You know, that means that he has total control over this creation, that nothing occurs without him allowing it. But it doesn't say that he predestines it, because the very word predestined contradicts the Quran's concept of God's transcendence of time and space, and it clearly indicates it, because it says in the Quran that even though various events in history that we see as taking place over a long period of time, for God it is a single instant. He just says be, and it is. But to us, it seems like it's taking place, you know, throughout this sometimes thousands of years. But for God, it's all one, a single blink of an instant, a single, infinite, eternal moment outside of time. I think I talked enough about it. I don't want to bore you. Yes?
What I mean is God knows if we're going to go to hell or heaven.
Yes. Yeah, but that's unimportant, because you're talking about knowing outside of time. See, the Quran presents life as more like it uses a symbol, like a book. We're living this book right now, right? So we are living this book right now, and we are turning the pages as we live it. God reads the whole book all at once. He's outside of time, okay? He reads the whole book at once. He sees all the pages at one single moment. You know, but we live them throughout time, because we're stuck in time. Tomorrow, I cannot jump to tomorrow, nor can I go back suddenly 50 years. I am lodged in time. I am fixed in time. Tomorrow, an hour from now, I will be at an hour from now. 2 hours from now, I will be at an hour from now, because I am limited by space and by time. But just as God could see all space at once, here's space. I'm sure this diagram helps. There's space. God transcends space. He sees it all at once. I am on my way to Chicago. I don't know that there is a cow in the road. I am driving this way. If I keep on driving, I will eventually run into that cow. God sees it all at once. All space is encompassed by his vision. As the Quran says, all is encompassed by his vision. But we are, a little bit mobile with respect to space, so we could sort of understand that concept. Here is time. God transcends time. He sees it all at once. I mean, I know it's hard for us to conceive because we're stuck in time. Much more limited in time as we are with respect to space. And we make decisions in time and etc. And God's knowledge encompasses all of it, as hard as that is for us to believe. But that doesn't contradict the fact that he lets us make choices, answers our prayers, guides us, etc., etc. So there you are. Yes, sure, he sees the day of judgment. He knows it all. He knows exactly the beginning and the end. But he doesn't make us make choices. He doesn't predestine our destiny. It doesn't even say that in the Quran. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
I had a quick question about that. When you were talking about how in the beginning the angel asked God, you're going to put this creature on earth that sheds blood and
Spreads corruption.
Spreads corruption. Okay. My question was, how did they have anything? I mean, that was the first man. How did they have any reference?
Oh, his question was, when God said, I'm about to put a vicegerent on earth, a representative on earth, the angel said, will you put therein one who will spread corruption and shed much blood? Will we celebrate your praises and glorify your holiness? He said, how did the angels know that what kind of creature man was going to be? Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't answer more of your questions, but I took too long tonight. I'm sorry about that.
There will be some time tomorrow. To reiterate, a couple of things. One is there is another lecture tomorrow night, Saturday night, same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. There will be more time for question and answer. We have a couple sheets up here. If anybody's interested in eventually maybe obtaining a video cassette of this lecture, if you like it, and you want to get one, or Professor Wayne has written a couple books.
Nice question.
If you don't know where to get them, and you'd like to put a
Thanks.
meeting here, I can